So welcome everybody. First of all, English is not my first language, but I will try to do my best. I come from company AT Electroelement, where I'm working with Oracle Business Intelligence for 10 years now. Besides that, we also work with Hyperion Planning and Hyperion Financial Management. The scope of my presentation will be just a glimpse to see how AT is organized, the diversity of AT group, and then I will also show you the path that we made by this tool, Oracle Business Intelligence, from the decision to implement it till nowadays, and a short case study that we are having now with Oracle Analytics. So I will stop my video now and I will focus to presentation. As I said, the AT has a 70 years tradition. From the start, so it means that it's on the market for 70 years now. The main milestones are, besides the establishment of the company, also first product, also first fuse, and then establishment of the first subsidiary in 1997. Then for photovoltaics, and also a bunch of new companies that were established in Europe. The main stone here is missing. That's year 2019, 2020, where a new assembly line was made for EFI product line, and also one new for C25 is in process now. What is so special about those assembly lines? They are completely automated. When you will see our product, you will see how complicated such a line may be. So today we are a respected European brand with sales representatives offering various service and support in 19 European countries and Russia. So AT Group at the end consists of subsidiaries in 13 European countries. It's got more than 5,000 companies that trust us with protecting their property and the lives of their customers. The biggest, the production size of AT Group are situated in 9 countries across the world. That's Slovenia, Poland, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Germany, and so on. And the majority of, and also a lot of warehouses across Europe. The range of our products are really a lot of products which are in the field of electrical protection and control. So we offer product range of different fuses, MCBs, MCCBs, ACBs, from product range to 0.5 amps to 6,300 amps, and with various fields of application that are integrated in those various fields of applications that integrate our products and solutions. Those are different residential and commercial buildings, then industrial installation, different utilities for distribution of electric energy for low and medium voltage, then power electric, semiconductors, and special purpose applications. And I think that there's a big chance that also in your home there's something there is a part of ETI's product, where we are finding new ways to make customers in our future more sustainable with a solution for green energy and smarter, more energy efficient products. What you can see here. With this, all of this contributed to constant growth of the group. You can see here that we are over 1,900 employees in Europe. Our 2 largest markets are Germany and Poland, and we are one of the market leaders in Balkans, former Yugoslav republics, and Slovenia. In 2019, our revenue amounted to 134 million euros, but this year we are aiming even higher, despite of this COVID-19 situation. Why BI? Well, the start began in 2008 when we started to consolidate ERP systems within the production sites in Europe. So some of the reasons why we started with this. Well, as you know, we are pretty dislocated, so you have to imagine what was the tough task to aggregate the data. When we already aggregated, it was a lot of problems because there was questionable credibility and quality of those reports. Users had increased their needs. They want more. They want that information to get faster. And there was a huge pressing from our side to establish centralized data monitoring. Of course, I already mentioned ERP system in product companies. You know that we did not have the knowledge to make the reports in the new ERP system by ourselves. So this was pretty good choice then that we implement business intelligence. We learned how to work with this tool and we made those reports by ourselves. I won't mention that we saved quite a lot of euros on this, but also the main reason why to start with BI in AT Group was also because all the users, end users and also IT users were really dissatisfied with the data, with a bunch of different MS Excels and with preparing some kind of information for end users. That's why we implemented this. We chose Oracle Business Intelligence 10 at that time, and we had a quite good, or I should say, powerful project sponsor in our CEO, Tomáš Berginc, who at the start of the project said that the only truth that he will check, and also his colleagues on the meeting, is BI truth. Nothing more, and that's it. He doesn't want to see all the Excel sheets and all the printouts that all the participants will bring with them, but they will just monitor on the screen BI data, and even if that data is corrupt, they will comment the same information shown in BI. So from 2008, when the decision was made to implement business intelligence, 2020, we made quite a lot of different steps. In 2008, as I mentioned, decision, then we went across Slovenia to see different tools, different companies, how they handled with these problems by their sides. So we chose a tool in 2009. We have a good partner, and we built a data warehouse, and we covered sales business area at that time. In 2010, we covered purchase business area, stock monitoring, claims. 2011, general ledger, complaints. 2012, Hyperion planning integration, and also planning business area cube, which we are using at the time. And I will also show you this example on a case study. Then in 2013, we upgraded to OBIEE 11. And we covered project business area, 2014 cost monitoring business area and working hours, 2015 production business area, 16 price collector business area, where we are collecting prices from our competitors and showing them to all the users within the group. We changed also ATL because in 2016, 2017, we upgraded Infor to the version that we are using now. And also by this time, Oracle announced new version 12, which we also implemented. We covered KPI logistic and HFMA integration. 2018, we covered CRM business area. 2019, market material monitoring business area and purchase price monitoring. And in 2020, discrepancies business area, flat files automatization is now in process. And of course, upgrade to Oracle Analytics Server. So why Oracle Analytics Server? For this was a lot. For us, this was a logical step because we want to have the latest version that are available for us. Upgrade from OBIEE with to OWASP was with not additional cost. Our licenses covered that. We are fan of on-premise installation. We want to have everything in our hands. We want to modernize our analytic. During the tests which were done on a production database, we also involved power users by each specific business area, and we want to accomplish self-service data visualization. That, by my opinion, this is the main goal, because we do not want that IT is involved, maybe at the beginning, but afterwards, key users should work with their requirements or with simple stuff by themselves. Do not without influence or without using IT's help. So I will mainly focus today on new Oracle analytics. So I think that we all, I don't know if you know this picture, but it is taken from a very good book, and it is called Alibaba and the 40 Thieves from 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights. Well, as you know, the leader of thieves, only he knew the real face to open the cave. And with that face, open sesame, he moved a huge rock which was blocking an entrance to a cave. With this, he gained only access to huge treasure, gold, different treasure chests, and so on. Okay, if you know the story, then you know that also Alibaba knew that passport and his greedy brother, but this did not end good for him. But we have to all agree that we have here the same situation. Here we have to identify and enter the right phrase, or password in our terminology, to gain access to a different treasure, which lies in data and different information. So our testing, how did it look? First, I thought that I already mentioned that all the tests were done on production environment. I have to stress it that OBIEE is not fully done now, because we have still one service request opened into Oracle, but I think that till the end of the year, we will go live with this one. So first we thought that Actus functionality is missing, but after double checking it with Matniash, he enabled this function, and this is really handy option for IT when we are checking reported problems with some specific reports that user may have. Interface from the existing one to a new one, I think that is better. This theme is better for us, and we will also change the theme afterwards so that all the users will see this new theme. It has plenty of new functions. It is, of course, as I mentioned, it is easy to use. So the end users, which are used to work with main OBIEE functionalities, that is dashboards and reports beneath them, I think that without changing the theme, they will not spot the difference in usage. It has plenty of new functions. I will show you some of them, but Matthias later on will introduce much more of them. Connectivity, where you can combine different data sets and connect to Oracle application, and use of the connection to access your data, which are stored in different database and also flat files. For instance, you can use Excel or any other flat files. You can link to you can obtain your data from, I don't know, SQL server or SQL database, Oracle database. Maybe you have something on cloud, then S-base, as we are using in 84 planning. And with this data, you can transform yourself into a storyteller, where you can cultivate the look and the feel of the data or the information that you would like to show. And also powerful feature is so-called Academy, where you can get detailed instruction of usage and include step-by-step explanation with plenty of examples, videos, and so on. Our greatest improvement, as we are as we went through all the tests, is in preparement of data. Here you can combine known and covered subject areas or enter a new, enter maybe some flat files, or create yourself a new connection to a database and then just match it with the data that you would like to present. The second one is visualize. As you prepare your data, you just moved all the data on the screen, and the system will automatically generate the report based on that data. If you are satisfied with it, you just leave it as it is. If you are not, you have the possibility to change it, to visualize it as much as you can, or as the requirements are needed. You have powerful analytics which is already in the solution. You can easily add different reference line, trend line, maybe even forecast with, I don't know, percentage of prediction. You can use different models to do that. For instance, our sales in the 80 group with 95 prediction, with the 95% of prediction in interval by model ARIMA. And of course, as I told you, we can also use another models and easily add different statistics on it, clusters, outliers, different reference lines. And the third one is, the third improvement is to tell a story. With the reports that are done, you can easily make a short presentation. You can add on that presentation your own text. And this presentation, this story is interactive. That means that you can, with mouse cursor, you can go over it, you can click it, you can go, if this is a hierarchy, you can change the different hierarchies and the report will build itself. So pretty good one also. And you can then store this one or share.
It looks like Zgledas. Iztok?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay,
it seems that I lost my connection. Where did I?
Samo share screen, če daš.
Ja. Evo.
Ja. Si pa tam nekje pri storytellingu na sredi, ali pa si že bil bolj pred koncem.
Okay, hvala ti. Okay, so, and with this one, you can really tell a story and also set
ne deliš
comments.
Aha, okay. Super.
Ja, sem dal. Okay. Yeah, okay. And with this one, you can really, I don't know, save this and share it with your colleagues, or just present it as a plain presentation, but interactive presentation. So our case study, you know that I mentioned annual plan preparation, where we start with turnover for the first 9 months, then we prepare estimation, and this estimation is a basic for plan for 2021. In our turnover, we have a lot of obsolete items, which are replaced with alternative items. And the question is, turnover as a result of selling those items in whole 80 group, how to get it? I will first show you the old way, the way that we are doing now. We have to add new item property in sales business area, because this one does not exist now. So that means ETL change, that means involve IT, and also if this is not covered by our IT, this costs money. The second one is prepare a list of items, maybe write a query, modify report. Also, we have to have IT here. And now the new way, I would say Oracle Analytics Server way, we have the possibility to obtain all the obsolete items from our info. We just set the right filter, we export that list of items. Of course, we save it. In Oracle Analytics, we open new project. We select data set, or here in my case, because I would like to have first the list of obsolete item, I create data set. When I choose the file with this data, and of course, I have here the preview of this file, of the data stored in this file. I can also change some properties, maybe columns, add something, and save this one, I'm sorry, or add it to the data set. And because I would like to see what was my sales in the group, I then choose business area 80 sales. I matched the both data sources, and I'm finished with preparation of my data. The next step, which is now, which we have to do now, is to visualize this data. Of course, this is the screen that I've got, you can see here that we have the data's 80 sales and obsolete list of items obtained from our ERP system. When I just, of course, I will save it. When I enter just the net value, of course, by different filters that I want to see items, and then the company which I'm monitoring, the year, currency, scenario that we use, and ID document type, I get a number. This number is showing us the net value of all obsolete items, or the turnover of all saved obsolete items in 80. Maybe I have another requirement. I would like to see the percentage of the items and the specific item percentage and the value in the whole turnover made by selling obsolete items. With that one, I use another view. I use tree map. Of course, I can also see, because this is interactive, I can see the net value, which was the percentage and the item, but only in company 80. Another requirement is I want to see the value of obsolete items sold by each specific company in the group. As I mentioned before, ETI is the biggest, ET Poland is the second biggest, and all the others are on the same scale of turnover as this print screen is showing. So I can add that one, or I can see what's the percentage of all obsolete items sold in the whole turnover of 80 group. Here is, because this is not a secret, this is 3.11% of sold obsolete items in 80 group for this turnover. And now the last step is to prepare a story, to present this data as storyteller. Nothing hard, just select different canvas, maybe enter some text, maybe some kind of remark, and then just save it or share it with your colleagues or show it on the screen like a presentation. Our experience with before and after introducing business intelligence in the group, before, as you can see, reasons, it wasn't secure, a bunch of different MS Excels, it was manual, it was prone to different errors, people did not work together. Now, after BI is introduced, it is easy to use. It's got powerful features. It is quick to deploy and implement. As I showed you before, you saw it that in 2009, we built ourselves data warehouse, and we built the biggest business area sales. It's got information if you want to, or even in real time. and it's, as our CEO said, it's got one truth, and at the long time, it costs less. So back to our Alibaba, what to put on the other side to get this leverage? I would say, from my experience, information at the right time. And I think with this tool, we got that. So I would say, thank you for your time. All the informations that I was given to you, I can give you more detailed. You can get my contact on the right corner, and you can reach me by email if you want. I will just pass the word now to Matthias, who will also, from the technical perspective, describe you a story about Oracle Analytics Service, its features, and a lot of more detail and technical stuff that I'm not aware of. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Iztok. Giga, how much time do I have left? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So a little presentation from me. I think I have I'm a little short with time, so I think 15 minutes. So I will try.
17 minut imaš, sorry.
Okay. Okay, I will try to do a little faster. So I have a presentation which covers some technical aspects from the presentation which Iztok had. Since I don't have so much to tell about upgrade, I also focused a little about new features which we have. But let's first start with my presentation. So I don't know, probably you don't know me all. So I'm bachelor in computer and informatics, and I have already 15 years of experience with Oracle database and more than 10 years with BI. So I'm working in Cubics as business consultant. So if you want to reach me, that's the place where you can find me. There is also a list of certificates which I made over the years, and one of them is grayed out because it's not valid anymore. I didn't do my job and renew it, but I still make it valid. So a little introduction about Cubics. Cubics is an international company focused on analytics, ERP, and EPM enterprise solutions. Cubics has offices in 5 countries: UK, Australia, India, Slovenia, and the United States. We have also our own product, which is called CloudBridge, which enables to easily transfer data between different environments, manage some master data, schedule processes, and so on. So if you want to find more about CloudBridge, you can see it at cubics.com/CloudBridge. In the list, you can see also some logos from our clients. So today, as I already mentioned, I will talk about Oracle Analytics Server. A little in general, some of quick comparison with OBIE, and some upgrade issues which I had. Oracle Analytics Server is a bundle of tools which can satisfy every company reporting needs. It includes a rich set of connection adapters. It allows you to build governed analytics dashboard, which is a secured model, which allows usage of any dashboard to whole company. With adoption of data visualization, OIS has become also very powerful in self-service data discovery. We also shouldn't forget a pixel-perfect reporting. Be a publisher, which is part of the bundle, is still one of the best tools to prepare pixel-perfect reports. With agents which enable to deliver analytic content into various channels, we have a really multi-purpose analytic platform. So Oracle Analytics Server is an on-premise version of Oracle Analytic Cloud. It includes almost all functionality from Oracle Analytic Cloud, except for mobile application day by day and some augmented feature. The second difference is in the version availability. Oracle Analytic Cloud is updated monthly, where Oracle Analytics Server will be updated annually. Due to this, you can see quite a lot of difference in data visualization. We can expect next release to be available in February next year. Next very important difference is the access to log and configuration files. Oracle Analytic Cloud. In Oracle Analytic Cloud, you are limited only to administration console and are allowed to change only very limited amount of settings. With Oracle Analytics Server, you are in control of everything. I believe this is also the best reason to stay on-premise. At the same time, Oracle Analytics Server is the next version of OBIE. Let's say it's OBIE rebranded. I believe his main goals is to unify analytics on cloud and on-premise as much as possible and allow customers to customize analytics according to their needs. So OBIE as predecessor of Oracle Analytics Server represents a classic enterprise BI platform. The classic stands for old school practice, which means IT designed model, data cleaned and prepared by ETL tools, optimized data warehouse aggregates, applied security filters, governed system, tested. So the system like this is a single point of truth. The platform also includes functionality which enable us to report, track, and push the findings. Of course, it takes time to go through all the steps to prepare a trusted system, sometimes even too long. That's why users wanted to have a tool which would allow them to quickly add their own data and get out their findings. To solve this, Oracle has introduced data visualization, which represents modern data discovery. So with data visualization, data flow interface, you can use the data from a rich set of data sources. You can use governed subject areas, ad hoc data sets from Excel, join the data together, filter, transform, and aggregate to get new set of data which might give you new findings. There are also powerful machine learning algorithms included, which can be used with our dataset. I don't think I should talk a lot about this prediction because Philip Lyons introduced quite nice future and also changed my opinion on some things which I wanted to tell you. So I will skip a little about the machine learning algorithm and go forward to data visualization. After data is ready, we can begin with visualization. We can just select few columns and select create best visualization, and we might get some new data insights. One of my favorite usage of data visualization is search for correlations between different dimensions. I have just quickly created 2 visualizations which are showing correlation between company and product based on summary of complaints. I probably wouldn't present those graphs to the board, but they are already giving me some insights to the data. On this graph, I can already see that company 13 had almost half of the complaints on 4 products. I think this is worth to investigate further. When I'm done with exporting, I can create a new canvas, put all relevant graphs into it, add the comments about my findings, and share it with a responsible person. On the second graph, I'm analyzing correlation with product and mistake. Of course, I can do this for all the products in one. So I want to choose most significant one. To do that, I can use a filter on measure number of errors. When I'm setting the filter, I already see the graph which shows which amount has the most correlation. If I choose the value which is just about the correlation, I will get only correlations which are standing out. Now, when I look at my graph, I can see that some correlations are really standing out. Those are the ones who need extra attention. So, in previous slide, I have shown some example how to we can quickly analyze the data. Some would think that modern data discovery is sufficient. Maybe it is for small companies or some small compartment. But as soon as we talk about corporate reporting, we should get a step back. Data flows from d.o.o are not really meant for moving a big amount of data. All the data handling is taking place inside OS instead of database. Which can slow down the server. But okay, that was my opinion before. Philip Illinois showed that we can actually directly use the data which is prepared in the database, and that we can also apply the models which are already prepared in the database. So this was also one lesson for me. Additionally, I'm missing a row level security on d.o.o. So as far what I have saw until now, you can only share the whole presentation, the whole projects, without having the option to select only the companies or only without actually creating the data level security. So additional to that, I see the dangers if anyone is able to add the content to the report and publish the projects, that we will end up with a bunch of similar projects with a questionable source of data. To avoid that, I would suggest to use data flows only for quick data discovery, one-time jobs, or even to prepare some prototype for IT development. When we see that some newly acquired data is useful on a regular basis, we should then request from IT to do it with old school approach. We can then still use data visualization to visualize the data and share insights. When comparing Oracle Analytics Server with OBIE, there are also some losses on functionality which might be important. Actually, the only missing feature are scorecards. I believe this is because they were so rarely used, and I believe the reason for it was the extra licensing cost in the past. Other important features are only deprecated for now. They can still be enabled and used, but their future is unsecure. The most important of them is act as another users. So I think the Iztok has already talked about it, how useful it is, and we really don't want to lose it. So it was quite an issue when we first saw it on the list on the deprecated things. Okay, I need to speed up a little. Maybe just a little. This authentication provider, BIE SQL group provider, is an option for companies which don't have all the privileges in LDAP, but they have it in database. And this was some way to get even from authorization from some apps which had only data in database. So Oracle e-business suite integration with ICX cookie, I saw today that it was replaced by a new functionality in the cloud, but it still doesn't have any future use here. Maybe I will just mention Catalog Manager. Since Catalog was moved to database, we don't have options of using Catalog offline. This was very useful in cases of some disaster recovery or even migration from some old version, when we could just hijack the files and open Catalog offline. Okay, I think I have already mentioned most of the new features. Actually, they are not really based on OBIE. There is an option to use data visualization with OBIE, but it is older version and it requires extra license cost. The really new thing here is this administration console, which has most of which is a collection of common administration tasks. So one nice feature are these snapshots, which allow us to download, upload, restore snapshot, and so on. So these snapshots are actually just the same as exports, bar exports from previous version of OBIE. Okay, just a little about topology here in 80. I think so in 80 we are using multiple sources to feed OIS. So the biggest is actually Oracle Data Warehouse. So most of the data comes from it. There are additional, so we are also using Infor, which is their core ERP system, to do some ad hoc real-time data analysis. There are additional two applications. One is planning and the second is HFM, which also have which are also directly connected to OIS, and we can directly pull live data from both of them. Okay. So if I go back to the upgrade, when we did upgrade, I always prefer the out of place upgrade, which means that I install a new server and I don't influence on the existing one. So I have there are also options to upgrade it in place, but I don't prefer it. I have a lot of reasons. So if we go out of place upgrade, we can use, we leave a base environment untouched, and it's working all the time. The second reason is I don't trust Oracle that it will leave all my customization in place. So I need to check them anyway. The third is I have gives me much time to do a proper testing before I'm releasing the server to production. The fourth reason is that I can compare the results between environments and so on. So when I first installed the server, I was trying to import the bar export file from OBIE to this OS. So at the first look, it looked okay, but I was not able to use data visualization. What I did next, I installed a new data BI home, actually just a new domain, which allowed me to compare the security settings between them. So I noticed that with my import of bar files, some policies and roles were missing. So what I did next, I took export bar from my OBIE and the snapshot from my new domain and extracted a file called JSON data XML, which holds all the data about roles and policies. So I kept all the old application roles from OBIE with all the new roles from OIS and all the policies. This way I got a proper security settings, and I added this back to my bar file from OBIE and imported. So this has saved me a lot of time. Okay.
Morali končati počasi.
Okay.
So, počasi zaključeno.
Okay, I have only one sentence more. So that was solved. So the only problem which still stays is the bug which we had for Hyperion Financial Management. So it seems that Oracle Analytics Server doesn't really work well with Hyperion Financial Management. So we are still waiting to this bug to be resolved. It's in development, but we are hoping that this will be resolved soon, and we can start using the nice feature from Oracle Analytics Server. Okay, that's all from my side.